Like you, I've had to make some really tough decisions in my life. As a kid, I always used to want to do God's will, and I wanted to know God's will. I thought God would reveal His will to me through prophetic dreams and visions and just amazing occurrences in my life, but it never really happened that way. A lot of people looking at my life might be a bit baffled because they see I've had so many different jobs and careers. I haven't been like a doctor or like a lawyer that just has one profession or one job, if you like. Instead, I've had all sorts of different ones, and I've studied so many different things. And I used to wonder why, and I would pray to God for Him to work out His will in my life and to reveal His will to me. Looking back now, I can see that God's hand was in every decision that I made. I can see now why it is that He took me through different paths, that I studied different things, that I did different jobs to get different skill sets and experiences. I really can. I couldn't see it at the time. And what I've realized is that God works through the decisions that we make. And at times, if we have, if we need to decide, and we can have maybe 2 or 3 choices, it's not only one decision that He can work through, but even if we make a different choice, as long as we are submitted to His will, He will guide us and lead us and make sure that it is for our good, for His glory, and ultimately for what His plan and His will is for our lives. So I don't see His plan for our lives as being a strict and specific, very narrow thing, but a broad and wonderful thing that we are free to explore through our choices, but He will work through our choices if we are submitted to Him. I'm reminded of 1 Chronicles 17. The prophet Nathan says to David, "Do whatever is in your mind because God is with you." And when we submit our decisions and our choices to God, that's what will happen. Our choices will be according to His glory ultimately, as long as they are submitted to God. And I'm reminded also of what Proverbs said, that we are to submit our lives to God, and He will make our paths straight before us, before Him. Now, that doesn't mean we'll always understand. It doesn't mean that it'll always be clear. But looking back, maybe in a few years, maybe at the end of your life, maybe in eternity, boy, you are going to see how God led you and how He was with you every step of your way, and you were doing just what He wanted you to do. So submit your life to God. Pray about your decisions, that His hand will be over them, and they will. And you will experience His blessings. That's my hope and my prayer for you.